Hello and welcome to Vietnam Journal, our daily English news bulletin on NETVIET VTC10. I'm Ngọc Anh speaking from Hanoi. Every day we'll bring you comprehensive and up-to-date information about Vietnam and following our major stories on Friday. Vietnam opens Pro-Pack Plastics and Rubber Exhibition 2012. Ericsson consolidates Vietnamese network operations centers. And a Polish woman learns about making Vietnamese conical hats. The International Processing, Filling and Packaging Exhibition, or Pro-Pack Vietnam 2012, and the Plastics and Rubber Exhibition, or PRV, have recently opened in Ho Chi Minh City. Organizers said Vietnam is an emerging market that draws the attention of foreign businesses in the industries.
Pro-Pack Vietnam 2012 attracted the attendance of 196 companies from 22 countries and territories. On display at the exhibition are the latest bottling, canning and packaging technologies. Also, 143 companies from 17 countries and territories operating in healthcare, household utensil, packaging and construction products are attending the Plastic and Rubber Vietnam exhibition. In two exhibitions, many seminars have been organized for professionals, providing updated information by international reporters.
Vietnamese mobile operator Mobile Phone has recently entered an agreement with Sweden-based Ericsson. The worldwide telecommunication giant will consolidate 6 regional network operation centers of mobile phone in Vietnam into one centralized facility in Hanoi. This will help some 30 million mobile phone subscribers to benefit from an improved network with optimized performance.
Under the agreement, Ericsson will consolidate Mobile Phone's network operations organization and carry out a unified network management system through its consulting and systems integration expertise. Mobile Phone will be equipped with components and services such as fault management, identifying and locating faults in the networks, and configuration management, managing the setup of devices in the network. The Vietnamese market is characterized by high penetration and the introduction of new services and applications, as well as new mobile terminals. Today there are some 140 million mobile subscriptions in a market of 90 million people.
A delegation from the Hong Kong Rice Traders Association, including 25 enterprises, has recently paid a working visit to Vietnam. The visit is aimed to seek business opportunities with local exporters in rice trading.
The trip is not only meant to strengthen the relationship between Vietnamese exporters and Hong Kong importers, but also to seek new opportunities to improve activities of enterprises from both sides. The visit is also a good opportunity for Vietnamese rice exporters to meet more new partners, expand markets, increase the competitiveness and export value of Vietnamese rice in the world market. Over the years, Vietnam's jasmine rice has attracted key importers from the US, Europe, Australia, China and some other countries in the Middle East.
And following is some other economic news in brief. Vietnam's National Economic University held a workshop on mergers and acquisitions in the banking sector on Thursday in Hanoi. The workshop was presented by Professor Yacine Bougin from the Solvay Brussels School of Economics and Management. Vietnamese authorities are restructuring the country's banking and finance sector, including the mergers of creditors with liquidity problems. The Ministry of Land, Infrastructure, Transport and Tourism of Japan and Japan International Cooperation Agency in Vietnam held a seminar on urban development in Hanoi on Thursday. Japan shared its experience in developing sustainable urban areas such as the Yokohama Urban Complex and developing urban railways. Vietnam and Japan will cooperate in developing eco-city projects in Hanoi and Ho Chi Minh City.
The Vietnam Cashew Association has set a modest target of exporting 170,000 tons of cashew nuts, worth $1.5 billion USD this year, up 11.1% over last year. The U.S. remained the largest importer of Vietnamese cashews, followed by the European Union and Asia. China is the largest importer of Vietnamese cashews in Asia.
Given the current rising cost of electricity, every business has had their own way to minimize power consumption for sustainable development. French retailer Big C is a notable example in Vietnam. Energy-saving projects have been deployed in almost every Big C outlet all over the country.
In the context of power shortage, Big C has established a project team to figure out methods for efficient power use with a view to lowering operation costs and protecting the environment. The whole Big C's line system was converted into using T5 fluorescent light bulbs. It's an economical way to save the power.
Vừa rồi thì chúng tôi triển khai cái siêu thị Vĩnh Phúc với áp dụng là cái chương trình tòa nhà hiệu quả tiết kiệm năng lượng. Trong đó một loạt những cái biện pháp mà chúng tôi áp dụng, ví dụ như là sử dụng những cái bóng điện huỳnh quang từ T8 xuống T5. Đây là những cái sản phẩm mà tiết kiệm đến 40% cái lượng điện tiêu thụ.
Besides, power supervising and managing system allows a constant oversight of power condition and power usage in specific locations. Hence, a location using power ineffectively can be identified, and decisions to make new optimal investment in equipment can be made. Moreover, to minimize the air-conditioned system's power consumption, which accounts for 40% of total supermarkets' power consumption, Big C has come up with cold storage tanks.
Lúc 2006, tụi này bắt đầu lắp một cái dự án mới cho siêu thị mới, đó là Big C Hải Phòng. Đó là sử dụng bằng bồn trữ lạnh khoảng 178 mét khối. Đó, thì tức là mình sẽ nạp trong ban đêm giờ thấp điểm nhất. Vậy sau khi nạp điểm khoảng chừng trên khoảng 7 tiếng, từ đó mình sẽ sử dụng lúc bây giờ cao điểm mình sẽ tắt máy. Đó là mình sẽ sử dụng bồn. Đó, cách sử dụng là như vậy.
Using these methods, Big C Thăng Long alone has saved nearly 648 TOE, or 10 billion dongs per year, decreasing the carbon dioxide emission by 3,243 tons. This has brought Big C the third prize in Industrial and Building Energy Management 2010, organized by the Ministry of Trade and Industry.
Sau một cái thời gian ngắn chúng tôi áp dụng những biện pháp mà tiết kiệm năng lượng, thì có thể nói đến thời điểm hiện nay hàng tháng cái chi phí tiền điện của một cái siêu thị như vậy có thể tiết kiệm từ 15 đến 20% so với trước khi mà áp dụng những biện pháp mà bình thường, chưa sử dụng những biện pháp về tiết kiệm điện này.
Applying green technology will save Big C capital, which can be reallocated to help to lower the goods price and to raise the goods quality. This also plays a crucial role in protecting Vietnam's environment.
Vietnam Journal. It's not just news, it's life in Vietnam.
Welcome back to our news bulletin. The European Union will provide 11 million euros for a project to develop Vietnamese tourism. The information was released during a conference held by Vietnam National Administration of Tourism in Da Nang City in central Vietnam on Wednesday.
The European Union will provide 11 million euros for a 12 million euro project. As a part of the Vietnamese tourism development strategy, the project focuses on promoting tourism services which engage responsibly with society and the environment. The representatives from the Department of Culture, Sports and Tourism Training Centers in the region, the Central Highlands, attended the event. The project will be implemented in the 2011-2015 period with activities in policy support, institutional strengthening and vocational training.
Japan International Cooperation Agency or JICA and Hanoi-based University of Transport and Communications held a scholarship ceremony for students of the university on Wednesday. The event attracted many Japanese enterprises.
Some Japanese enterprises are Nippon Steel Group, Nippon Steel Pipe Vietnam, Kawakin Holdings Group. The funds reached $147,000 in total. Nippon Steel Group is the leading donor with $126,000 given to 2 lecturers to pursue postgraduate training in Japan. JICA also pledges to create optimal conditions for Japanese enterprises and Vietnam's universities to boost cooperation.
Vero is a Polish girl. She likes traveling around Asian countries and especially loves to learn about Vietnamese culture. She has an interesting day at Chương village in northern Vietnam. The village is famous for making conical hats, which are deeply imprinted into Vietnamese people's hearts.
This young girl had a very special day when she visited the house of Mr. Lê Văn Tuy, a very famous conical hat producer. Vero has researched about Vietnamese culture for some time already, so she was very enthusiastic while talking about these special hats.
Anh có thể giới thiệu của các em lịch sử và văn hóa của nó.
Cái nghề này nhà tôi thì làm được không nhớ được bao đời nữa, đời cụ của tôi này, đến đời ông bà, đến bố mẹ. Bây giờ chúng tôi kế tiếp nghề thôi. Đấy. Nhưng được tôi có cái hoa tai đẹp nhất ở đây này. Nên tất cả mọi nơi đều phải về đấy đặt hàng. Kể cả bà con trong xã này thích đi đâu chơi xa nó phải về nhà tôi mua nón đó nhà tôi.
Chương village lies around 20 kilometers from Hanoi city center. It's one of the 8 villages of the commune which continue their traditional trade of making conical hats. This small village, together with some other trade villages, has changed the image of Thanh Oai district into a very beautiful kind of Vietnamese trade villagers' culture. Producing conical hats is an everyday job of the people here. Elders, teenagers, and even little kids all produce the hats. You could say that the conical hat has become an indispensable part of their lives. That's why Vero wants to understand more about each step of production of this famous kind of hat.
Xin chào. Em muốn biết được làm nón thế nào. Em có thể ngồi ở đây không?
Chị vuốt sợi vòng nè. Vâng ạ. Của cháu. Con chị lại vuốt tề ạ. Vâng.
It's hard for Vero, but luckily she has a very enthusiastic teacher. She noticed that making the conical hat is not an easy task. One has to put a lot of effort into it. A hat maker has to be patient, has to have skillful hands and sharp eyes, and also has to be really careful.
Nhưng mà phải sâu đúng cái mép nhá, sau đây này tức là sâu sát cái gờ như này chứ không phải sâu và thế lại không được. Đây, đi sâu là phải sâu như này này, sát cái mép này, sát cái.
This lady has taught Vero a lot and answered all the Vero's questions. That's also a characteristic of many Vietnamese people Vero has met. She feels everyone so friendly and open.
While the story about the Polish woman exploring Vietnamese conical hats has wrapped up our news bulletin today. For comments and feedbacks, please send us an email to netvietdaily@gmail.com. Thank you so much for watching. We wish you a happy weekend and see you again tomorrow.